Could keep my hands on myself. Think I'll dust them off, put them back up on the shelf.
Hi my YouTube friends, well, I'm doing it. This is finally going to happen. I filmed about 5 of these videos and I did not release any of them. I've been going back and forth between them and finally I think we got it. Well, it'll continue to grow. But anyways, I have filmed my everyday makeup routine and I'm really excited to share it with you. If you're looking for a more natural, easy, go-to 10-minute look, because trust me, this does only take me 10 minutes, even though it is quite a few products, just keep watching. Okay, so one of the biggest things that I use every single day now, I just recently added this to my skincare routine, is sunscreen. And I use the Neutrogena 30 just every single day before I put on my makeup. I know some people might say, well, that could be greasy with your makeup, but honestly, I don't find it is, and the benefits outweigh any of the negatives with putting on your makeup. Plus, there's also the added benefit of just moisturizing, especially in the winter when it is so dry in Canada. After I use my sunscreen, I go in with my concealer. This is a Select cover-up from MAC, and I use the color N20. So I'll just kind of put a little bit on my finger, and I will go in under my eyes, and then any select areas that I feel like there's extra redness. I've already soaked my beauty blender and squeezed it out, and then I go in with my foundation. It's actually C3.5. This is a MAC one as well. If I'm going into studio, I will use a little bit of this. This is the Studio Fix. And I pretty much don't put it in the center of my face really, because I've already put concealer there to try and limit the amount of makeup that I'm using. But I will put it on the outer edges, and it kind of adds like a contour anyways. I love when you start to put on your foundation and you really start to feel like awake and alive again. It's the best part. So once I feel like I've gotten my foundation pretty much flat, if I am going into studio or even just I want an extra cover, I'll go in with my Studio Fix MAC as well. I will be using this kind of as an all over, just to set the concealer that I used. And I've been using these brushes from Vanity Planet. I know you can get these from a lot of different areas, and I am obsessed with these types of brushes. I feel like they just do a really good overall job. And the biggest part of these brushes is basically to blend. It's now time to kind of play with the colors, bronzer a little bit, because oh my gosh, I am so white. I have a big fluffy brush that I use for my bronzer, and I'm going to be using this one actually today. It's more of a matte look. It's the Chocolate Soleil. This one is from Too Faced, and I've had this one for a long time, and it actually smells like chocolate, and if you get it in your mouth, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of tastes like chocolate too. So I usually go on this just on my cheekbone and then around my temple area, especially because it's winter right now. I don't want to look like I'm trying to be like I was from a tropical destination. The next one I'm going to use from the set, it's actually a smaller one, and I use this one particularly for my blush, and I pretty much just tap on. This one is Love Flush from Too Faced. It's called Baby Love, and I like it because it's a bit more calm. I mean, depends how much you put on, but I will kind of smile and put it along my cheekbones here and just really lightly tap it on. And then after I do that, fully going in and blending again. The next thing I'll do on my face is my eyebrows. I feel like my makeup really comes alive, and being blonde, I have blonder eyebrows. So I always brush these babies up. They are also super bushy right now. I need to get these done. Sometimes I will go in with my Sephora contouring palette. Actually, there's a color in here. There's this one right on the side, and sometimes I'll fill in the big bushy part of my brow. Now with this look, because it is my natural everyday look, I decided not to do any really big contouring besides using my bronzer. But with my brows, I always make sure I do the 2-step process. This one is called Croquet, and it's the big brow pencil from MAC, and you can see here that it honestly is like a big brow pencil. And I try and sweep a little bit longer than my brow just so that it lines up nicely. My eyelashes, if you can't already tell, are pretty blonde, so I've got to take control of that situation. I'm going to put my eyeliner on. I basically just use an eyeliner from the drugstore. It's just a L'Oreal brand. The good thing I like about it is that precision point. With my eyeliner, I usually make it thinner on the inside of the eye and more thicker on the outside, just the way that the stroke works naturally, just to create that really nice oval shape. Next up has to be the mascara, because you still cannot see my lashes at all. I think today, because it is just going to be really natural, usually the MAC false lashes gives me a thicker lash, but judging by this brush on the Buxom brand, it just kind of really flows through nicely and gives you that light lash look. So I'm going to do that. I've used this mascara before, put a photo on my Insta story, and so many times people will be asking which mascara to use, and it's all thanks to this brush that it really separates your lashes. My everyday look always includes this marzipan. As you can tell, it is pretty much gone. So this one's from Too Faced. It's the chocolate bar palette as well. I usually use salted caramel and marzipan just on the overall lid. I will start with salted caramel. The orange plays off really well with blue eyes, or so I've been told. So I'll go overall with the salted caramel, and then I'll add the marzipan just because it adds a little bit of shimmer. Also on the inside of my lid. And then I know this is an everyday look, but if I am feeling like I want a little bit more pop to my eyes, milk chocolate and semi-sweet, I will mix the chocolate, milk chocolate, semi-sweet, and I'll kind of just brush through on the corner and then work my way on the inside of the eye. It just creates a nice light shadow, and it's nothing too crazy. The white chocolate as well is really good to just define your brow, and I'll always kind of just put that right under. Before I do my lip, I am going to do the finishing spray. I forgot about that. I used the Mary Kay one. I've also used Urban Decay the All Night spray, and I love that one too. I just forgot it at my friend's house, and now it is dead to me. So for my lip today, I'm going to be lining with Boldly Bare. This one is from MAC as well, and it will just give you a nice little orangey tone as well as neutral to your lip, so a little bit more pop. And then I'm going to use MAC Creme Sheen Glass, and this one is called Boy Bait, and it's just like a nice neutral peachy pink, which I think is great because this actually goes really well with salted caramel, the eyes as well, so you're kind of keeping that peachy natural look. So I took my hair down, and this is pretty much what my basic look would be every day if I'm not going out, adding a red lip, adding anything fancy. And I know this video took a little bit longer just filming it, but I think I can get this bad boy done in 10 minutes flat in the morning. So it's actually pretty easy to do. Thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. I have linked all of these products below, as well as my social media accounts. I pretty much just threw on a complete black ninja look with this. This is my go-to, black with blonde, I love it, and mixing in the oranges in a more natural tone. If you like this video, it would mean the world to me if you subscribe and click that like button. But as for me, I will see you in my next video. Love you guys. Bye!